Welcome back, guys. You already know what time it is. It is us, the soccer idiots.
Missing
Again,
one idiot.
we're missing one idiot,
but he'll be back.
two other idiots are here. We're well and alive. And today's topic, we will be discussing, of course, the friendlies for most of the host nations, we have the U.S. ones. We also have Canada and Mexico, who played.
Nobody cares about Canada.
No one cares about Mexico. Well, at least I don't care
people
about
care about Mexico.
Yeah, people do care about them. But yeah, the host nations, they're already like qualified. They don't have to go to qualifiers, but they still are.
I wish they would, just
preparing.
so they could wake up. Some of these games.
Yeah, I think the
oh
one
my
that's
God.
probably from the results that happened these last friendlies, the one that's probably more prepared, or that seems to be going that way, is Canada.
Yeah.
Because they won. They didn't play like at home. Like they didn't play in Canada. They went to go play like away to Romania, which is a European team. Like Romania was in the Euros, not that just passed.
I believe
So like they're no slouches. Like then they beat them like in a hostile environment over there, and then they also, I forgot which other team they went to go play on. But again, like, so their coach is like, hey, you guys can't be comfortable. And so that was kind of like his message. You guys can't be comfortable. Like, we need to go play like in this type of environment to be ready.
Well, because even if you think about it, the World Cup is being hosted, Mexico, USA, and Canada.
But most of it is in.
But if you play in the U.S., the U.S. is not really a soccer country.
So it's not home to U.S.
So if you play,
it's probably more home to Mexico than.
It's probably more home to all these other countries and even countries south of the border. Argentina, Brazil. You probably see more Brazilians than Colombians,
Uruguayans. So
you have to be ready to play technically in an environment that's not even yours.
That's like,
The only way you can play in an environment that is yours is if you play in Canada. But how many stadiums and games are going to be in Canada realistically?
Well, it's going to be some, but again, the majority are going to be here in the U.S. Mexico's going to have some. Well, Mexico's going to be home at Mexico.
Yeah.
I think Canada will also be at home, like in Canada. The U.S. is the only one.
How many stadiums does Canada even have? I don't even know.
I don't know how many. So I know the three U.S. MLS teams:
Montreal,
Toronto, and Vancouver.
Whitecaps.
Those three. I think they have like some other ones, but I think those are the three main ones that they should be using because they're like legit on stadiums, I guess, or whatever. But I think those are the only ones. But again, like when they're at home, Canada, like they have a lot of support. Like
they do.
So it's not like the U.S. where, unless the U.S. is playing in Columbus where they play like this against Japan. I think that's like their fortress. There is like that's the sadly like that's the only. So if all the games are gonna be for the U.S.
Columbus.
Let it be Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, but
that's where they make Americans right there.
That's like where the Dos Acero is. The Dos Acero is like for sure thing in Columbus. I think that's where Dempsey one time like missed a PK to make it like 3-0. Like he hit it, he blasted it, and it was like, no, este Dos Acero. So that's like the place where to be and stuff. But yeah, again, Mexico, U.S. played similar rivals. Well, they played the same ones like South Korea and Japan, and
Son is just. He's just a beast.
Yeah, Son Min. He tore up both Mexico and the U.S. He scored against both of them, and even though he's been in the MLS for like a while now, you could see that his level hasn't dropped. Like his
not at all. His work ethic, his everything
is there for him. Like he's still a top player.
He's a great leader for this country too.
For the U.S.
No.
For South Korea. Oh, okay.
He can't play in the U.S. Don't make the same mistake.
I was like, like the lady. I was just like, you saw like the lady.
She probably saw the game and was like, what is he doing?
He scored it wrong.
He's betrayed us.
Oh, dude, that's how you know people here in the U.S. Like they don't know like what's
living here is so embarrassing.
What's going on? As a soccer fan, don't know what's going on. Oh, that was funny and sad at the same time.
If we could have that lady on our podcast, there's so many questions I'll ask her.
What was going through your mind? Like, what are you doing?
Do you know what soccer is? Do you know when other countries say football, they're not talking about our football?
Oh man, yeah,
Oh,
that was
God.
funny. I was just like, that was a fail. That's an epic fail.
That's so funny, man. Even Son was confused. He's like, damn, is my English that bad?
Which it shouldn't because he's studying in England. I was like, if anything, it should be like better. But oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, this lady just made a fool of.
US played terrible against South Korea.
They did. They
played so bad.
Yeah, it was. Again, though, you call up bad players, you can't expect.
Which one are the good ones at this point?
Well, because I think even Pulisic didn't play that good.
He played better than everybody else, sadly.
But he still didn't play like.
Why is Diego Luna still on the team?
Dude, Diego Luna did not play
off the team.
Did not play
Diego
good at
Luna,
all.
you had a great Gold Cup all the way to the final, and then you went missing.
Up against better teams, like he disappeared.
He disappears.
Like Mexico, like the friendlies before.
Well, where else has Diego played besides? What does he play? I forgot already.
Real Salt Lake. In the MLS. So again,
he's never played European soccer.
He hasn't. His first ones were against the two that he had, which were Switzerland and what was the other team? I forgot the other. Turkey,
yeah.
So it's
Turkey.
So it's like it's a massive like. Okay, this is just for all MLSers. Like, you can't hype up these players because they don't.
The level of soccer.
The level is just different. Like, again, the upside for Diego Luna is that he's young, so like he needs to get out of MLS as soon as he can. Like, once this season is over, like the transfer, like you need to leave. Like in January, you
go
need
to Manchester United. Just backwards,
bro. Like you need to leave.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta go. Like I understand if he stays because it's a World Cup season and stuff, but I mean, bro, if you want to push yourself, like, and make yourself better, you need to leave. Like, you got to leave.
Yeah, it's because he's not the type. He looks good in MLS. He looks great in MLS.
He's got too comfortable already, maybe.
But you have Pulisic that looks great in the Italian league. You have,
and even before that, he was turning it up in Champions League in Chelsea, like that pandemic.
Was. But that's the thing, he stood out, and you don't have to stand out in the sense of like you need to be the best player ever.
But you need to improve.
You need to at least stand out where it's like you're part of the 11. No one's gonna take you away, and that's what. And sadly, because of injuries and all that, and coaching and a lot of crap that Chelsea was going through at the time with their management and all that, Pulisic got kind of pushed to the side, and he wasn't doing bad. And to this day, I get mad that Chelsea got rid of him. To this day, I get mad that they didn't want him, and it was just like, why? And now he's doing great in AC Milan, and at the end of the day.
And the thing was also with Chelsea, like he wasn't playing, but when he came to the national team, like he stepped up.
He was there,
you know, and like
he was the one everyone looked up to, Captain America.
He was still in Europe though.
Yeah.
So it's like at the age that Luna was, he was already in Europe.
Yeah.
So for the benefit of Luna, like you need to leave, bro. Like you gotta go because even then, if not, like your World Cup spot isn't guaranteed.
Well
you know,
even then it's. Like you said, they hype these players up, and he's not a bad player.
He's not. You could tell there's something there.
But you're an average player when you go to a higher level. But I think he has the potential to be better than average.
He does.
But he needs to go. Because again, when it comes to the U.S., we're stuck in that mentality of like, you know, our soccer. And our soccer, we don't have like a play style here. We just take from everybody else, and one of our biggest, like, I guess, play styles that we have, or like the culture that we have, is just be fit. Be fitter than anybody else on the field, and not physically in the sense of like be stronger, just outwork everybody. Yeah. And I think he needs to experience, you know, the different types of play where it's like you play against a Spanish team.
Or just this South Korea team, like Korea and Japan, like they're known to be fit.
But there's a lot of Koreans and Asian players that are playing in good teams, and nobody knows about it. Nobody.
Unless like the big ones, like first obviously like Son, like he plays over there, and I know that they have that center back that plays at Bayern Munich. I don't know his name, but he's playing like at Bayern Munich and stuff. Like they're playing a lot of them like. Some are in the Bundesliga, and some are
even like Bruce Dortmund has a few Asian players. Yeah,
they've had like Shinji Kagawa was at Dortmund from Japan. You know, like so they've always had entertained players like in Europe. So when you take them, because like Japanese teams and the Korean teams, they're also disciplined.
Well, they're disciplined, but you also look at the Japanese squad that played against Mexico. they're all in
Europe. Yeah.
Every single one of them is in a good team.
They're in Europe.
That's crazy.
And I think they dominated against Mexico. They just didn't score.
Yeah.
You know, so like they were the better team.
Yeah.
Out of them.
And Mexico almost lost that game.
Yeah.
Mexico should have lost that game.
Yeah, they should have lost that game. And then they played against South Korea. They tied 2-2. But again, the U.S. won against Japan, but because it was rotated. And Mexico tied because, again, it was heavily rotated.
Yeah.
As well. But I mean, it's like you see like the level they're at. Like they're fit, but they also have discipline, and they also know how to like carve you up. Like the two goals for the South Korea scored against U.S. They're good goals.
They're all
like the
amazing.
1-2, like the quick transition, everything. Like it was
Amazing.
just they tore them down like nothing. Like they were good
Crazy.
goals.
Yeah.
They were good goals. And again, like it just shows that Canada is probably the better team that's more prepared, and the U.S. and Mexico have a lot of work.
Here's the thing. Here's where I think is the problem. I could be wrong. For those of you watching, 90% right most of the time. If you don't
90.5.
If you don't believe me, ask Tony. If you can find him, because we haven't seen him. He might be.
He's still like Diego Luna.
He might be hiding with Diego Luna.
They're best friends.
They're best friends now. He had one good episode and we kicked him out.
He's like Moon Boy.
Once we started getting 3 views instead of 2, he couldn't handle the pressure. But no, like Pochettino has a plan for the U.S.
But does he? But does he? I don't think he knows. Like, I honestly, I genuinely don't. I honestly, I don't think he cares.
He thought he did, but you have players that you're not gonna have crafty players. You're not gonna have players that understand the game as well as you want them to. And
but
you go back to Bolillo.
But you have better players than what you called up, though.
Yes, but you go back to Bolillo, and you go back to that Guatemala game, recalling our last video. He knew Salvador was fit. He knew Salvador's not great playing out the back. He knows they're not a European, play out the back team. What do you tell him? Get the ball the hell out. Just get it out. And I think that's what's happening with Pochettino. He wants to create this amazing team and have these amazing tactics and give these players these amazing instructions and great advice on how to play the game. But we don't have the talent, nor do we have the players to do what he wants them to do.
So is this why maybe he switched? Because in the game against Korea, they were playing with the back line of 4.
Yes.
Against Japan, he switched it to a back line of 3.
And I saw that, and I'm thinking.
So this is where you're going.
He's starting to figure out. Okay, these guys suck.
They can't play the way that I want them to play.
They can't play, so I gotta figure out a system that works for them.
So like, say so this is say how you said it. He's figuring it out. He saw something now with this back line of 3.
Yes.
So so what I'm expecting now for him, the next friendlies, which is next month.
Yes.
Call up your best players then. Call up all your best players that you can, and test it out with this new stuff. Because you know what, it can improve if you call up your better players. So I don't want him to see no Rodon, no Sebastian Berhalter, no Luca De La Torre, no Freeman, no Arston, no Ream, none of those guys.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. Specifically with the U.S., we don't have a style, and that kills us. Why? Because you have people from all over the world, and even all over the country in the U.S. that are pickpocketing off of different countries, pickpocketing off of every play style they can think of, and that's why you see so many different play styles within the U.S. national team. You have Dest. Dest is a great defender. He has that style where you can, he goes forward.
But he's improved on his defensive game.
But
before he was more of a.
You have center backs that can't hold their own when that happens.
Oh yeah, that center back against South Korea, he was giving the ball away much.
Or don't have they don't have the skill to be doing the switches through the back and controlling that tempo.
Not even that, like the goal against South Korea, like it was on that new defender because Son got in between them and he made that run and he didn't even check back to look where he was at. And by that time, Ream got there. Ream was like 30-something years. And
that defender should have gotten the ball.
Yeah, he defended.
It was just terrible. It was just terrible. So now
again, that's where I come up to where it says, call up your better players. Then don't call up these guys.
Who are calling up?
I don't know, but there has to be at least a better player who can at least do something so simple as to like look over your shoulder to see like where your defender
Well,
is
that was
at. You
the
know, like
problem. He didn't. Not only did he not look over his shoulder, he had the ball in front of him. He curved his run to like I don't know what the
it's
hell
like
he was
slanted.
doing.
Yeah,
He wanted to like play out. It's like, dude, maintain possession of the ball first. Get your body on the ball first, and then do what you're gonna do. But again, you have the play styles that people have, and you look. And this is the best way to put it. You play in England. England's known for a specific style. They're faster paced. They're strong. It's so much quicker. You play in Italy. Italy's known for its defensive style. Tactically, they're gonna rattle your brain. You
it's
gotta
a little slower of a league too.
It's slower, but you tactically have to figure out how the hell you're gonna get through the defensive line.
Spain is more
and
ball possession.
ball
like
possession.
you
How
gotta be good with the ball.
You gotta be good with the ball. And how the hell are you gonna defend to cover all the pockets so they don't come at you? And when they do come at you, not only do you win the ball, but you keep possession, because if you don't, you're back to square one where they're just touching the ball again. And it's a possession game for them.
Mm-hmm.
And even Germany's like the Timu version of England, where you hold on.
Unless you're Bayern Munich.
Unless you're Bayern Munich. But it's the Timu version of England where
yeah.
you still have that pace and you
There's
have the
still good
physicality.
players. And there's some good players on the ball.
There's good players on the ball. But I think it's more pace and physicality.
Well, then what's France then?
France, I think France
it's
is
the
nothing.
same thing.
It's nothing.
Unless you're I get. But I mean, like.
So, and I think the U.S. doesn't have that. And
but
because
if you have players that are playing like in Europe, because we have players that are playing like in all those leagues, how you say, like they're so much better than the MLS guys here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like, you know what, like again, you say we don't really have like the type of players, but I mean, if we don't, then we need to be calling up our best players to get the best out of you know, like the time, like core, like having them together, you know, getting them ready, like because now you only have a couple more games before the World Cup, and after that, it's like the World Cup is here, and then you gotta be ready for it.
It's already here.
It's already
it's already here. Like we don't have a lot of time to prepare, and the thing is, we're hosting. If Guatemala makes if Guatemala for some reason or if El Salvador makes it to the World Cup and we get spanked 4-0, don't get me wrong, I'm happy for Guatemala, El Salvador, whoever, but we're the US, like we need to, and we're at home.
Yeah, we're at home. Like the US, like it can't be to a point where like you need to go out and put a good showing, because if you don't, like it's just gonna do harm to this game, which is barely growing here, and we needed to grow more to keep on advancing. But yeah, like we just can't disappoint. Like,
but it goes to the same thing, and I'm gonna keep pushing this down your throat. We need a coach that's gonna understand the players that he has.
And I don't think that's Pochettino though.
Pochettino doesn't understand that we're garbage.
Because he's gonna be garbage.
You play in the MLS. It's like, yeah, but my dad wanted me to play. My dad's the one that wanted me to play in the MLS.
I didn't want to play here.
I didn't want to play here. I wanted to be an accountant.
Yeah.
I went to Yale.
Office job.
I went to Berkeley. What was it? Morris? Where's Morris from?
Stanford. Yeah. Freaking Jordan Morris.
Hey, he
again,
clutched it.
And you know what? There's people from the Seattle Sounders who are like, Jordan Morris should be getting called. It's like, bro, no, he does not need to be getting called. No, not even Roldan needs to be getting called up anymore, and he got called up. So again, it's just like, call up your best players
Jordan
that you
Morris
have
has heart.
in Europe. Yeah, but what is that going to give you in the long run?
Hey,
you know?
Dempsey had heart too. Nah, Dempsey was actually good though.
Yeah, Dempsey was good. He had that dog in him too.
He just had flair to him, man.
I wish he was a little bit faster than what he was. That's the only thing.
He was like our Iniesta.
No.
Yes.
No. Iniesta was actually fast though.
No, he wasn't.
He moved faster than Dempsey though.
He was Iniesta wasn't that fast though.
Bro, but on the ball though, like he moved pretty fast. Like
Dempsey wasn't.
No, Dempsey was.
He couldn't sprint. I never saw him take a good sprint.
Yeah, but even with the ball at his feet, he wasn't as fast as he was with Iniesta, bro.
He's our USA Iniesta.
No, bro.
Dempsey, if you see this, you're more than welcome on the pod.
Deuce, you're good, but you're not as Iniesta. Maybe they were bald. And there, yeah. But I mean, I like the way Clint Dempsey played, but yeah, we need players again. But it goes to show like Kim Dempsey was good on the ball.
Yeah.
Like out of all of our players who are here, like who
But it goes to the same.
Pulisic is probably like good on the ball. Like the way they scored for that Japan goal, that was a nice goal.
Pulisic is the only one good on the ball.
Well, in this roster, no, because you have Gio Reyna who's also good on the ball.
But they're not gonna call up Gio Reyna anymore.
Well, not right now.
Why is that?
Because he hasn't been playing, but he just switched teams, and I saw like in a friendly, like he looked good. It was a friendly, but he looked good. So,
I like Gio Reyna too.
Like he's gonna get called up. He's gonna get called up. He's gonna get playing time. He's gonna do good. He's gonna get called up, and he's going to the World Cup.
Okay, but here's the
because we can't have Sebastian Borholt over Gio Reyna.
But here's the thing: I think it was a game against Mexico that we lost, that he went in like last few minutes.
In the Gold Cup?
I don't know if it was.
It was Nations League. Yeah, against Panama.
Was it Panama? I thought it was Mexico. It wasn't the final.
No, it was against Panama. It was the semifinal. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But there was a game.
It was that game
where he like three players could not hold him, and the thing is like why aren't we calling him up? And on top of that, why are we playing like that? Why are we playing to where like you're an attacker? Go at him, like be creative. We don't have players like that. We don't. And Gio Reyna, even Pulisic is a creative player, but it's hard to be a creative player and control the tempo from the wing.
Yeah,
you're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. Well, in this game he was playing as a in the one game, but when he switched the formation against Japan, he did have like that freedom to like go where he wanted to. But again, like I think our two best players are on the ball are Tillman and Gio. But again, they didn't get called up. But even Musa kind of. But I know you don't like Musa.
All our forwards are just so like robotic. Every forward we've had, they're just like.
Oh, dude, Josh Sargent. I'm sorry, but that's it.
They're just so like.
Besides Balogun though, his goal. Did you notice his goal? Like he pushed off the defender to get on, and like he scored. Like that
was bad. It's just the forwards for the U.S. get me so upset, man. Like, because you see,
I think the best forward Mexico has it, and Canada. I think that they have better forwards than we do.
Way better forwards than we do. Sadly, they're not doing as great right now, but the quality of their players are there.
I think they scored in the friendlies too.
Even
like
Vega, I like Vega. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I like Vega. I'd rather have him on the U.S. team than the people that we have. Than Diego Luna.
I think I'd rather have Diego Luna just because he has more of a better upside.
But Diego Luna, again, he's one of those robotic players. Like he's not.
I don't think he's that robotic.
He's for a guy that has a style similar to like those quick Lionel Messi type players. He's so robotic for a player like that.
Maybe he's become it, but he doesn't
look
so
stocky too.
He is. Again, he has to get so him, Diego Luna, Jack McGlynn, and some of the other youngsters that are playing the MLS. Like, let this be your last season and move to Europe, like in January. Like whenever you can, just move, get out of there. Like,
well, even what's the center mid that we had? Curly haired center mid.
Adams?
Adams.
Tyler Adams.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think Tyler Adams did himself any favors. This
terrible.
Yeah, he didn't look that. Against Korea, it was terrible. Japan was a little bit better, but still not.
It goes to the same thing. Like they're not creative. They're not.
Well, Adams is definitely not creative. And his team in England, all he's known for is getting the ball, and get it to the more creative players, and do the dirty work.
And that's okay.
It is okay because they know how to use him.
Yes, but if you're playing center mid, there's gonna be times where your more creative center mids are gonna be pressed. They're gonna have players on them. They're gonna have pressure on them.
And you're gonna
you have to relieve that pressure by being that creative player.
And that's not him.
Not
him at all.
And when you play against good teams, you're not worried about that guy. Let him do what he's gonna do. Mm-hmm. He's not gonna do anything. Mm-hmm. He's just gonna put a little bit one more, just get close to him. Yeah. He's gonna let it go.
And you know what I also saw like in the Japan game is that when there was a certain player that was in there, the guy that was attacking on the left hand side, the wing back. When he got out, they went to the other side to attack. Yeah. So when he was in, they were attacking him on that side. They were like, we're gonna go through, like he's the weak point. So it's like, again, bring in your better player like Anthony Robinson. bring him in. Dude is good. Like he
I
can
thought he was
defend.
injured.
He was, but he played like a couple minutes before this window, so they're like it's better to keep him over. Like him, I understand. There's a couple players I understand, like
Keep him healthy
and stuff. But starting next window, like you need to bring all your better players, have them get established, and like let's just go, like build momentum and go. Because if not, again, like you said, we're gonna get embarrassed, and it's not gonna do any good. And I think that goes for all three of the host countries. Like,
Yeah, because Mexico, and here's the thing with Mexico, and I will say this as a U.S. fan. Sorry for any U.S. fans out there. I think, and I truly believe.
let's see what he's gonna say.
Oh man, it is canceled. I truly believe that Mexico just has better quality players.
Right now,
Even right now.
I don't think if you put all the 18 guys for the U.S. and all the 18 guys for Mexico,
But-
I think the U.S. is way better.
But I
Because
think
you've seen in previous finals before that. Though,
I think the problem with Mexico is that they want to be that team that just touches the ball, and they're not that team. And the reason why they want to be that team is because that's the culture now across the board. Like that's the standard across.
but I think
the
they've
board.
Mexico's always been like that, where they've been like ball dominant type of a team.
They have been ball dominant, but not in the sense of where they play out the back and they do the tiki-taka.
So they're, they knew what to.
They knew what to do in the sense of like, you had players like Chicharito, you had players like Giovanni, you had players like, dude, get the ball to them however you can. It doesn't matter if it's a long ball. They're gonna get it down, they're gonna control it, and they're gonna make something happen. Because even when Chicharito used to play, Chicharito wasn't dribbling past players. He was just
touching and going.
Touch it, go, and send them, and he's gonna get in and he's gonna finish. And even Gio, just send them, and even if you can't send them, give it to him, let him do what he's gonna do. And I think the quality of players that they have with Raul Jimenez, and I think the other forward named Jimenez as well, right?
Yeah, Santi
Jimenez,
he scored
They're-
he scored a banger to tie the game, but even then, like, it was miraculous that he scored it because he scuffed some goals, and it's just like,
well, even
bro.
look at the game when they played against Costa Rica, and Keylor Navas was just shutting. Like I think maybe it's harsh to say that the entire squad, but when it comes to their forwards and their attackers, I think they're so much more dangerous than the U.S. Because the only attacker that
then the striker, they have better strikers.
the only attacker I can think of
Probably
on
right
the
now,
U.S. is Pulisic. I don't think anybody else is like to be feared in our team.
Pulisic freaking always dominates Mexico. Like he makes them look like crap. Yeah.
But he's the only one you're worried about if you play against them.
Yeah, everyone. On him. Yeah.
Every other, I'm not worried about.
At that time,
Musa.
it was chill too. Yeah.
I'm not worried about Musa. I'm not worried about what was the other striker.
McKennie, who's also on there. But you know what? But I think we have a striker like Balogun, like him, like he makes runs, like he can. He's still young, but in time, like he can be up there. But yeah, Canada and Mexico do have a better striker than we do. And what do you need your strikers to do? Score goals.
Exactly,
Score
and they
goals.
do it.
And they do it. But yeah, I mean, again, let's see which nation comes in best, which one goes the farthest. Obviously, I think Canada and Mexico are going to have bigger advantages playing at home, especially even if Mexico's here and in Mexico. Like they're always going to be on. But let's see how they go. I think out of all the three teams, I still do think like 18 compared. I think the U.S. is better than all of them, but they haven't been so far. But again, maybe it's just hitting the right moment and hitting the right stride. But let's
But
see
also
how.
hitting the right tactics because, like I said,
right tactics,
Pochettino wants.
He switched, so I guess you could give him credit. Like he switched the four. He saw the line of four was like. It's
He's
not
like,
working.
we need more people.
We need more
in the
people
middle,
in the back in the middle. It was
just
like,
so we
let me
can
just get that
create
line
something.
of three. Yeah, that line of three and pack the midfield. So I mean, I guess you can say kudos to him that he actually like switched it and saw figured something out. So let's see how it progresses. But again, guys, don't forget to leave your comment, subscribe.
And if you want Tony back, just comment Tony. Comment Tony if you want him back. Everyone's like, no, it's actually better without him.
We'll see you guys in the next episode. We appreciate you guys.